Hey guys, it's Henry here from the East Cliff Therapy Centre, and today I'm going to show you a beginner's gym ball workout. And as with any of our exercise videos, if you have any concerns with any of the movements, exercises and whether they're appropriate to you, contact one of us at the East Cliff Therapy Centre and we'll get back to you. Okay, otherwise let's get started. Okay guys, so all we're going to do to get started is just take a seat on the gym ball, and if you don't feel comfortable just sitting on the gym ball, make sure there's a wall or any other surface around the table just to give you a little bit more support and help with your confidence. So all we're going to do to start with is begin with nice gentle circles on the gym ball, making sure your feet are firmly in contact with the floor, and we're just going to start nice and small clockwise, and then we can try and do some anti-clockwise ones as well. And with all these exercises, start nice and gently, build up your confidence, and you can progressively get further. So all we're going to suggest is to start with is to do 5 circles in each direction, progressively getting a little bit further with the circle as you feel more confident. Okay, if that's easy for you and you want to make it a bit more challenging, you can bring your arms out the side and then do the circles the same again. Good. Okay, so this is going to make it a little bit harder work. Really challenge you to get those core muscles working and stay nice and upright while moving your pelvis. Yeah, good. So after you've done 5 in each direction, all we're going to suggest then is the same again. So make sure your feet are firmly in contact on the floor, about an equal distance apart, and I'm just going to ask you to try and transfer your weight over to one leg, starting nice and small to start with and progressively going a little bit further as you feel able. So trying to do around 5 repetitions on each leg, making sure you're staying nice and upright throughout and you're in control at all times. All we're trying to do at the moment is just warm you up a little bit, get you ready for the rest of the exercises, and just build your confidence and mobility up. Good. And then from here, what I want you to do is, we're going to progress on a little bit now, and all I want you to do is, once again, making sure your feet are firmly in contact with the floor, you feel nice, stable and supported, and all I want you to do is try and curl this knee up towards your stomach here, trying to squeeze those bottom of your ab muscles here, trying to stay in a nice alignment as shown. Try not to swivel all the way side to side, just lift it off a little bit off the floor if you feel comfortable, and then as you feel a little bit more confident, you can try and bring it up a little bit higher. Perfect. That's it. Good. Okay. So I'm just going to show you that from the side as well. So the key is not to try and bring the knee too far up. You're trying to think about curving the lower part of your spine and bringing that knee up towards your stomach there. Good. Okay. So what we're going to do here is just 5 on each leg. Good. Really try and hold that leg there, try and work on your balance, try for a nice, comfortable, good, and back down, okay? So we're just trying to make sure that we're nice and stable, we've got these muscles here working to keep us supported, and then gently lower. Don't worry if you only feel confident to lift it for a second, that's fine. Progressively, we want to go a little bit further and further. Okay, and then once you've done 5 on each leg, we can progress on to the next exercise. Okay, so for the next exercise, all we're going to do is have the gym ball right in front of us, and all I want you to do is just to try and gently roll onto the gym ball. Take your time with the movement, and then put both hands firmly supported on the floor. And what I want you to see if you can do is to just gently lift one leg up off the floor. Good. Then move on to the other. And try and really squeeze it at the top, trying to feel these glute muscles working here. That's it, perfect. So the higher the gym ball is up on your body, so like here it's quite high up, the harder my glute muscles here have to work. So to make it easier for yourself, you can roll the little gym ball a little bit lower down, and then just try and gently raise that leg straight up. Hold for a second if you can, and then back down. Okay, so ideally we want to try and do 5 repetitions on each leg, but if that's quite easy for you, then you can progress to both legs at the same time as shown. Good. Trying to have a little squeeze at the top, making sure you're feeling it in your glutes rather than your lower back, and then gently lowering back down. Good. And if you're doing both legs, try and do 10 of these before progressing on to the next exercise. Lovely. And then gently roll back when you're finished in a nice and controlled manner. Okay then, so starting from the same position, what we're going to do is put our forearms gently on the ball, and what we're going to perform here is called a jackknife. So all we're going to do is try and keep your core nice and aligned, so we want a nice straight line, overarching in or round in your back, and all we want to do is to gently roll the ball away, making sure you're keeping these stomach muscles nice and tight and keeping your spine nice and straight as shown. So with this exercise, I want you to start nice and gently rolling it away until as long as you feel comfortable throughout, and then gently roll it back. And the aim here is not to go as far as you can straight away, but to each time go a little bit further than before. That's it, perfect. And then gently roll it back. Good. So same again, we should be feeling it here, not here. So if you are feeling it elsewhere, have a little think about how you're performing the exercises. Take your time with it until you know you're doing it right. Good. Getting a little bit further as we progress on. Good. So what we're going to try to do here is perform 10 repetitions, okay? So that's why it's important, but we're not going as far as we can at the start, because otherwise by then we're going to be fatigued and we're going to lose that control and stability throughout. So good. Get a little bit further. Brilliant. That's it. Perfect. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to perform is called the bridge, and I've got a pillow here just for a bit of support. If when lying on your back, it's quite uncomfortable for your neck. So all we're going to do is take your time, have a nice lie down on your back here. And what I want you to do is to just gently roll the gym ball underneath your legs, so you feel nice and supported. Before performing the exercise, just push your heels down into the gym ball to make sure you know you're firmly in contact with it and it's not going to roll away. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to put our hands down to the sides for a bit of support. And what I want you to do is try and squeeze these glute muscles here and gently lift your hips off the floor before lowering slowly back down. Good. And the same again. Try and get progressively higher each time, and you really should be feeling it in your buttock muscles here, your glutes. Good. You may also be feeling it in your hamstrings. That's it. Trying to get up to the top, hold for a couple of seconds, and slowly lowering down. Good. Also make sure you're breathing throughout. That's it. And then if you're comfortable doing that movement, then what we can do is we can put our hands across our chest, because this is going to reduce the support, and we're just going to bring our hips gently off and slowly lower back down. Good. And up and down. Trying to perform 10 repetitions again. Perfect. Okay, so the final exercise I'm going to show you is the wall squat. So all we're going to do for this is we're going to get our gym ball and we're just going to place it firmly against the wall, and we're going to position it against our lower back here, so not as low as your pelvis and not as high as your ribs. And all you want to do is just gently lean against the ball. Make sure your feet are ever so slightly in front of your body, about shoulder width apart, facing forward. Okay, and then all you want to do from here is just gently lean into the ball to make sure that it's firmly in contact with the wall and it's not going to slip to the left or to the right. And what you want to do from here is you just want to bend your knees, bend your hips, and gently slide down to a comfortable height before driving back up to the start. Good. And then, as with all our exercises, what we want you to do the first repetition nice and gently, get comfortable and confident with the movement, and then progressively go a little bit deeper and make it a bit more challenging for yourself. So all we're going to do is bend the knees, trying to keep those knees in line with your ankles, not really let them fall in, and then get to the bottom before coming straight back up. And then with this exercise, what I don't want you to do is to just slide down the ball, really letting your torso lean forward. We're trying to keep nice and upright throughout the movement. Okay, so make sure you're looking forward at all times, nice and controlled, and driving back up, aiming for 10 repetitions again. Now, as you get more confident with that, you can drop a little bit lower, and you can also add a hold at the bottom, and you'll really feel it working your quads here. Good, before coming straight back up. Exercises in our beginner's gym ball circuit, and all I'm going to show you now is just a gentle run through of the best way to do it. Okay, so all we're going to do to start with is the pelvic tilts. Like I said, progressively getting a little bit further. Arms out to the sides if you feel confident. 5 in one direction and then 5 in the other. Good. That's it. Trying to stay nice and upright throughout. Try and be looking forward. Try and make sure you're engaging all these stomach muscles in nice and tight. Good. Then, with your feet firmly in contact in the floor, what we're going to do is roll over to one leg, on to the next. Good. It's going to be great for mobilising your body, warming yourself up before you go to the more challenging exercises later on. But don't worry if this is challenging enough, start with these and then just build your confidence over time. Good, and then we're done from there. Feet firmly in contact with the floor again, and we're going to move on into a knee ups. Good one. Like I am doing, try and stay nice and aligned throughout. Good. Remember, you can have a surface there as well if you need it for a bit of support. Or even if you don't feel confident, don't bring the leg as high. Don't worry if it's only a millimetre off the floor, that's perfectly fine. Good. Back up. Really squeezing these muscles here. Try and get those ab muscles working. Good. Then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to move on to our leg raises. So, the ball underneath your stomach. I'm going to do both legs up and slowly back down. Squeezing at the top for control or in the lowering. And 10. Good. Then from there we're going to roll back and perform our jackknives, not gym knives. Okay, so from there, gently roll the ball out. Good. Starting nice and small to start with, and like I said, progressively getting further as shown. Trying to do 10 of these as well if we can. But don't worry if that's too challenging or if you need a break between exercises. Progressively, you'll become more used to performing the exercises and it will get easier and easier. Good. So what you'll see is that I'm not arching or rounding my lower back. I'm keeping it nice and straight throughout. That means I'm getting all these muscles here engaged and I'm really getting a good workout. Good. So hopefully that, if my count's correct, is 10. And then we're going to move on to the bridge. So, remember, pillow underneath the head if you need it, hands supported if you need it, and then gently bring your hips off the floor before slowly lowering. Making sure you're feeling it in your glutes here. Good. And again. Good. If you feel able to, you can add a little hold at the top before gently lowering. It's all about progressively making things harder for yourself. But the first time you perform a circuit, make sure you take your time with it, because these are going to be a lot of new movements which just performing them on their own and getting confident with them is going to be challenging enough. Good. And then what we're going to do then is going to move on to our final exercise, which is the wall squat. So, up against the wall, feet slightly in front of the body, gently drop down before driving back up. Good. Keeping your knees in line with your ankles at all times. Good. Getting a nice burn in my quads here as well. Show that good workout, so I can really feel it there at the bottom. So remember to lower to a comfortable height before driving back up. Good. Nice and gently lowering and back up again. Last one, holding for a few seconds at the bottom before coming back up. Good. Okay. Whew. So that would be one round of the beginner's gym ball workout. Okay, and if you find after one round you could do a bit more, by all means have a go through it all again and then progress it on as you feel able. And we also have a more advanced gym ball workout which you can give a try if you think this is a little bit too easy for you, or maybe you can progress on a little bit more.